let's dive into pelvic floor relaxation. This is something that I want you to be doing daily throughout pregnancy. If you think about it, to push a baby out, do you want resistance or do you want to relax pelvic floor? The answer is relax, but oftentimes people are doing Kegels, activating their pelvic floor because they think that's what will prepare them for birth or it's going to prevent issues in the postpartum setting. To prepare for birth, I want you working on pelvic floor relaxation. You will get engagement and activation of your pelvic floor with the exercises that we're doing during pregnancy. And the postpartum care that we have, you will also be working on your pelvic floor. But you will note that we will not be doing Kegels as an exercise. So let's dive into a couple ways in which you can work on relaxing your pelvic floor to prepare for birth. One way is you can come up against the wall. So I encourage, if you're pregnant, to bring the side hip to the wall, lower yourself down sideways, and then scoot up towards the wall. And then you're going to basically do a squat on the wall. So you're going to come here, and then I want you to, as opposed to being engaged in the squat position, let your knees fall out and relax. And now you're going to sit here and do 10 deep breaths, thinking about that air going into your pelvic bowl. So I'm just going to do 2 breaths here. Really filling up that pelvic bowl. Everything should be relaxed. You don't want to be tense because that'll engage your pelvic floor. We want to be relaxed here. Another position you can be in up against the wall is a butterfly. And again, you're not going to hold it up. You're going to be in a relaxed setting here. Now, it is okay to be laying on your back in this position. The only reason that you might want to get out of this position is if you feel a little bit dizzy or short of breath, but you'll be fine here in this setting that it takes to relax your pelvic floor. So these are 2 options against the wall. As you get out of it, I want you to roll to your side and push yourself up. You can also take an ottoman or your couch and bring your legs up to a 90-90 position here. And same thing, allow your body to relax. Fill that pelvic bowl with your air, with your breath. So inhale, you're driving that breath into the pelvic bowl, and then you're passively exhaling. You can wiggle your hips while you do this as well. I'm going to come out of this position here. Show you another one against the wall or the counter. So you can lean against your bed, a counter, really anything that you can lean against. You're going to have soft knees because, again, we don't want anything really super contracted here. We want relaxation. You're going to bring your toes slightly inward. This is going to take your sit bones and spread them out and bring your pelvic floor into a gentle stretch, but a relaxed position. So you're going to come here and same thing. Everything's relaxed. You don't want straight legs because that's going to be a stretch. That's going to start engaging the pelvic floor. Soft knees. Toes in, nice deep breaths. You can sway while you're here, and the intention is relaxing that pelvic floor. Now you can get into other positions. So you can get into an all fours position. You can play around with your knees being inward, because if your knees are going in, that's going to open up your sits bone and going to allow that slight lengthening of the pelvic floor. And again, breath driving in to that pelvic bowl. You can bring yourself into a child's pose and rock back, have some reps, or even just hold into not quite a big child's pose stretch, but kind of more an upward position here. And focus on the relaxing of that pelvic floor. So as you can see, there's a variety of positions for you to be in. I gave you the cue of using your breath to inhale and fill up the pelvic bowl. If you're having a tough time, like actually relaxing that pelvic floor, a great spot for you could be to go onto the toilet and do some breaths there, because oftentimes we're able to relax our pelvic floor when we're on the toilet. And even better if you have a squatty potty and you have your feet on those, that can put your body in a position of relaxing your pelvic floor even more. This is also a position, the toilet bowl. Sitting on the toilet is really helpful for labor because it relaxes the pelvic floor muscles. So that's why we're training it now, is because we want to make sure that by the time you hit birth, you have a relaxed pelvic floor. Your body just knows how to do it. You don't have to intentionally think about it. So again, this is a daily practice that you are going to start from now until you have your baby.